Hi, I'm Noah Mancini, and this is my place in Canadian history. Mass immigration periods of Italians to Canada took place during and after the War of 1812, 1830s, and 1840s, and 1880 to 1914. This represents continuity and change because there are new eras of Italians leaving Italy and traveling to a relatively new country in Canada. A lot of the Italians that came to Canada were discriminated against because Canadians stereotyped them all to be in the mafia. If I use my historical perspective, I can see where the Canadians are coming from, because the Italian mafia was pretty big and you never know who is involved. But it is still wrong to discriminate everybody because of a small percentage of their population. By 1910, Italians really began to establish a neighborhood with real Italian ambiance. Continuity and change is present here, because this is a new time where there is a big enough Italian presence in Canada to where there are Italian neighborhoods, which will draw even more people to Canada because they won't be alone and they'll have people of their kind and they'll have a place to live. A lot of Italians were pushed out of Italy due to fear of natural disasters, unemployment, and a lot of poverty. I I can certainly understand what it would be like to live there, being poor, not have a job, and be scared of a natural disaster. I would not want to live there, and I don't think anybody would. So if I was in their position, I would definitely move. Italians were attracted to Canada because of the freedom, safety, stability, and the plethora of job opportunities here, which were a big problem in Italy. I could definitely see why they chose to come to Canada, and if I was living in that time and I was Italian, I would definitely want to immigrate to Canada as well. And now on to me and my family. My mom's parents arrived in Italy in 1964, and my dad's parents came here in 1962. They both moved here for better job opportunity and an overall better life for their children. My grandparents on my mom's side actually moved to Germany first. I thought that is where they would settle down. But my grandfather received a very intriguing job offer in Canada, so he did immigrate again and moved to Canada. And if I was my grandfather, I probably would have as well. My parents were born in 1966 and 1968. My dad has two brothers and a sister, and my mom has four sisters and one brother. They all grew up in Toronto, and my parents lived there up until 20 years ago when they got married and bought a house in Vaughan. This is continuity and change because they got married and moved, and it turned out to be a great move for their lives. I was born at Toronto General Hospital on December 19th, 2002. I have lived in Vaughan my entire life, the same house that my parents bought after they got married, and I still live there to this day. And this is me now. I went to St. Francis of Assisi Elementary School in Woodbridge where I did really well. And now I attend Bill Carruthers Secondary School in Markham. And outside of school, pretty much my whole life, for 14 years, wow, I have been playing hockey. I've been a goalie for 11 years, and for 6 years I've been a goalie for the Toronto Avalanche. This is me.